on that one.
He has it like here.
Right.
Yeah.
Go again. Go throw it again. This time throw it and then just stop it on that side. Now, there we go. There we go.
That's how I'm finishing.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to that transition. What I'm used to is going up, hitting and letting it bounce, and then just going straight across my face.
Right. But also your wrist is tight up here. Is the reason why when you hit, it's still facing that way instead of hitting and rolling up. So this is where you need to go. I want you to go Tai Chi slow so I can see where that hitch is in your step. There we go. Now I see where it is. All right. Throw that again and just leave it right there on the shield. There. So when it hits, what should be floating?
I shouldn't be punching.
Boom.
Yep.
So when it hits,
Hit, and then
yeah, so the second it hits, you're rotating your hand. Once again, so it hits and now you start rotating your hand and then it comes in. All right? So go Tai Chi.
And then on impact, tight. And then after impact, let go again. So basically, do like a little.
Yeah.
kicks your hand up.
Like that, just for the impact and let go again.
So do it again. See if you can get that motion. There we go. And drop it. Yeah, I know. There we go. All right. Now, would you do me a favor? When he throws to this side of the shield, I need you to throw very slowly to this side of his head. Because once you hit, it's almost like you're rolling to block that shot and then coming back down. So if you see something that you have to block, I think it might go. All right? There we go. Now drop it in. Okay, we'll worry about feet later. Go ahead, go again. There we go. There we go. There. Almost exactly like that. Right here. There we go. I want you to hit the top of this when you swing. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, I think you got the motion on that. Now, when you throw, remember looking at my feet.
Have you guys had anybody talk to you yet?
You're cranking here. I don't want you to plant this foot and then take a step. That foot is already there. So I throw that shot and I immediately take a step towards my opponent. Not laterally, but towards my opponent. And then drop that in. All right?
The idea isn't to be centered up.
No.
Got to keep up when it does.
No. All right. You will eventually, but not right now. Yeah. There we go.
Nope.
So now what I want you to do is I want you guys to throw the first shot and whatever
Do
direction
it sideways.
You went like this and you try to come down here instead of...
this side, step in this direction. If it's that direction, that direction. Okay? So whatever
There we
shield,
go.
whatever like for example, you might shield like this, right? When you step to this side, it's going to be a pass. I'm taking my back leg. It's coming.
Now, what's blocking you up here is when you get over there, you're leaving your shield here. So when you step over there, freeze so I can put your shield where it needs to be so you can throw that shot. Okay? Freeze.
When I go to that side, flat
That is where your shield should be. Because if his shield is here, there's no way he's going to be able to throw over there to hit you. So you're trying to get as much defense right there. So when you throw that...
I'm trying to hug it across my chest to block.
Right.
I was trying to block across this way. If that makes sense.
Let me, so watch, stay there for a second, watch. So I'm here, like you're doing, and I throw my shot, and see how my shield stays on this side of my body? So I'm here, and I have motion. If I keep it here, I'm here, So I'm holding it right here, and if he throws it this side of my body, all you got to do is stand straight up and turn your body into it. Again.
Yeah.
So when I'm throwing this, so when I throw this and it comes up, he throws here. Now all I'm doing is looking him straight almost in the eye to see where his sword's going. So now you're going to try to come to this side of my head. That's what I'm looking for. All right? Open the door a little bit and drop that.
Like, it's kind of, but I think it's last week I was going against Liam?
No, that was Ilya.
Left hand.
Oh, Liam.
No, Will. Anyways, he was left-handed, so I was
Trying to keep it over.
trying to keep it over that way, yeah. So that was coming out. All right, good. All right. Good.
Do that same side again. Over here.
All right, go again.
The other side.
All right, go again.
It's still too tight. I need to open
It's
it
still,
more.
you need to open the door a little bit.
Feel like this also?
He's open.
Right. And then over the top of the head. Come back to this point.
And then just drop it in. There we go. Now, the last bit of the puzzle that you're doing that's leaving you open is you're doing this. Instead of going and sitting down into it, you're trying to get your hand around, and that's what the step is for. If you can't get around the shield after you've taken the step, then you haven't taken enough step to get around the shield. Don't alter your body, because now my shield is way over here, unable to block anything. So that when you throw that, it's, and I'm almost still, look how my hips are still pointing straight towards him. And then,
You're running your hand along that.
yeah, but if you want to get around the shield, come around this side so you can look at me. Instead of me going like this with my back leg and trying to get around like that,
Right.
I'm going leaning on the front leg to get around that and not the back leg.
Okay.
So that's why that step needs to be in such a manner that you can then get down. There's the reason why we're having you do all those horse stand squats, so then you can lean into it and throw.
Good.
All right?
Very good.
That. So more of a step.
Yeah, so I was telling him, throw the shot from here, throw that to snap, and then when you're here, throw that with the step.
This is, he's only been in armor twice. This is his 5th practice. That is a 5 to 6 year movement. He's not going to get that, because we can't even get him on the normal steps just to get him to be in the right position. So throwing that in, it's not going to really.
I still drool when I stare at stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if we get you a cattle prod, it might help.
After a while, he's going to. That's where we're heading to, but we're just getting an initial, because he's still not sitting down. When you start squatting, he's still standing 6'5" feet tall and not squatting down in there, which is causing the problem, because you're standing here trying to get his leg, and you're standing straight up, and that's going to be difficult.
I was running, for whatever reason, I was trying to run the blade between the shields and not get my hand in between.
Because like that motion there, it shouldn't be there. It should be there.
I want to be outside.
Right.
All right, so I was, for whatever reason, I was dropping and then trying to get like that. And
Well, we haven't even, your other shots I think are okay. That one is the most difficult for you. I don't throw that offside leg that way. I just go and throw
that's
straight
what I
down.
was, because when I skip like that,
Yeah.
my hand goes up and then I just want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I
that
do.
Milanese.
The Milanese, it can throw people off. It's flashy, But it's not going to work on a lot of upper level fighters with that because I'm spending too much time doing this.
Right. Well, you're also leaning with your entire body.
Right.
At which point I feel like they would.
I'm telling them that you're broadcasting the next shot.
Right.
I'm going to do this, as opposed to that skip,
Right.
and that. From here, I still think he's going to throw this shot.
Right.
But when he throws that shot full this way, that's what throws you off. That's
Right.
That's the tease right there. That's the bait.
So when you get ready to throw for it, the only way you should throw, you shouldn't even move your arm. I'm going to have you do this. You're going to throw your shot. You're going to leave your arm up here, all the way up, and then you're just going to squat down like this and then throw. Because I got to get you to start squatting. Because it's going to be death for you at 6'5" not to put some form of squat into your stance. Because either that or you're going to need a 40-inch shield.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can.
I was joking about a power shield.
Yeah, well, you can. But, I mean, it's not really going to help your sword work. But, fat man lazy, I can't say anything. I cut mine in such a fashion so that when this knee is acting up on me, I was like, look, I ain't got enough squat, to go. So I need a little extra shield.
All right,
But
so
yours,
I'll just get in this squat.
all right,
You see how it's already edge on.
squat.
So as soon as
There
you
we
strike,
go.
That low?
Squat, yes.
Okay.
That's the difference between hitting the air on the side and hitting the
Yeah, there we go.
Right. I think I was thinking, like, it wasn't quite frantic.
Yeah.
You guys showing it, so I was just like, okay, I'll just step.
Yeah. No, squat.
Also not sitting to the side.
Right. Now, go ahead and stand.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what's your last name? Griffin. Okay, go ahead and get in your position, Griffin. All right.
fingers are back towards
See the tip of that? Yeah. That's where you should be stepping to.
But this foot can be planted back here.
And you could be anywhere. It's going to drag up to that one, but it just needs to push off and step to that
Footing is going to
position.
stay like that, except you're going to be more leaned over and that foot's going to be back.
Yes. There we go.
So,
Yes. Squat, when you throw that shot, squat. So you're just kind of lean.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do this. That's the difference between doing
Thrust
this.
and
There we go. That back. See how his back leg is bent too and not straight? Yeah. All right. Now, just from there. So let's start from here. And I want you to let me guide this shot in.
Got it.
All right. Let him have a little bit more time.
See, strike.
You're going to take those knuckles.
Back.
Now,
Yep.
there we go. Now, when you're aiming down to here, yeah, from here to here, don't aim at the lowest point. Aim here, because if he hits it with his shield, at least it will catch down there.
I just need to drop my target a good,
Yeah.
raise it a good 6 inches. That's it.
That's right. All right, let's go again.
You can even stay in the standing position.
I want you to slide in a little bit closer,
Higher.
so that she has to move.
All right.
When you're out of that C range, it doesn't matter how close you step. She doesn't have to move. Where she needs to be able to move. When we're here, and I go
Should
flat snap.
I be opening up like this? Or
Kind of turning your body when you throw it
Flat
down.
snap.
Like that.
I'm just looking at you. I'm trying to, I'm going to try to copy your
Right, just with the
You're going like this.
and just shift the slight.
Trying to pull all this back, this direction, instead of going. See how my arm is straight and it's down at the bottom? You're trying to keep it here and go like that instead of. See how? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel myself pulling.
Okay.
Stay along the edge of your shield.
So, even if it feels like you're going to hit him with the basket hilt, keep that arm punched out because that's the motion.
We're going to go back to rules. So you're going to be on defense. You're going to be on offense. Are you cool using that buffer for this? All right. All right. So with you, when you're on defense, because this is so small, means the main things that you need to do are move your feet just slightly so that you shield should have to push your shield around. If you want to put that angle on, you're going to rotate your
It was high. It was high.
But it was still in a better position. There we go. All right. Now, stay right here. Get back into that position. Get back. There we go. Now, let these guys
The other thing is drop, block your legs, and bend underneath.
All the way.
all the way. Don't pull it back here because when you, the second, look at this.
Yeah.
The second you, the second you pull your elbow to this way, can you put your shield there? The only way you're able to hit him is because this basket hilt is on this side of his shield, and it's going to allow you to then whip that over there.
Right.
The second you pull your elbow here, you now are only hitting the shield. Right. So you have to make sure
The point
that.
of the step is to get your hand past their shield.
And then, yes.
Like doing a wrap.
Yeah.
Right.
can, but
Well, you can't.
yeah, I don't know if it'll hit hard enough though.
If you do that, then the chance of you blocking it is going to float out of your hand.
But I am on this side of the edge of his shield, which allows me to do that. I'm not pulling my hand back so my basket hits his shield. I'm trying to keep it there and follow the flow.
And rotate a little bit. So
Right.
it seems like keeping straight. That's almost too easy.
But the thing is that you're coming from this position so that when that happens, it's all coming here and hitting, and it's almost like you're a left-handed person
Right.
throwing that around there.
It feels like because of my.
Helgi, just to let you know, it's 5 till 9. I don't know if we're worried about the sprinklers or anything, but it's 5 till.
Trying to hit me.
Well, also, you're still standing right here, trying to reach around instead of standing right there.
You're here.
There we go.
As opposed to, when that's not getting
Yeah.
See, if I have this over here,
Right.
same as if I would have done this.
Right.
But now, if you have it
Now-
I have to do it like that.
Accelerated, just so you know. Let's start. Get back just in the position where you were going to. You've already thrown this shot. You could be in total dig, cross over as you're throwing that, and that makes sure that his shield, so it would be more like this.
So it'd be more, I would draw like my shield.
It's a little tap beforehand.
Oh, those have before.
Yeah. So it would be this.
The only way for me to block that once it's over here.
So I would go,
Gotcha. So he's off balance.
yeah, but that,
My shield.
yeah.
The only way, if he throws that shot without that, I can easily block it. If I see it, then
Right.
it goes quick.
But if I here and I go, now almost my elbow is here.
Right.
There's no way I'm going to get that shield back here.
Right.
So
Even if I saw that shot coming all the way.
So I'm not teaching you the shield tap
Right.
because that is a little, it only happens if you're in the right position so you can go like that and then throw the shot.
swiping across.
Right. But from here,
Okay.
right.
All right. So
All right.
to keep from hitting with the side, like the flat of the blade, what do you recommend?
Oh, since I use a cross hilt,
You know what I mean?
the reason why that is okay, I'm going to throw it the way I do. You know, I always leave this finger up, which allows me to then roll that around.
Sure.
If I monkey grip it, it's difficult. That's when you start getting the flat because you're holding it tight like this and you're not loosening your fingers.
Sure.
So it's up here and it's almost like loose. It's almost like you could take it out of my hand.
right.
I just have it here so that when I come around, yeah, but if I'm gripping it, I'm not going to get that because I'm gripping it and it means my wrist is tight, and then that's when you come in with the flat.
Okay.
All right? So the whole objective really in this practice is you don't give a rat's ass whether you touch him or not, or whether you're hitting the shield. It's about making sure that the sword is right and your feet are right. And then the success from that shot will happen due to your experience when you're fighting more. You'll learn how to start adjusting that way. Okay.
It's about 9.
It's 9. Everybody get in armor.
Yeah, it is time to get me one.
All right.
I'm sorry you didn't get to go through it, but I mean, you've been fighting enough that I.